Hello and welcome, my friend. I'm Corny the corn plant today. I'm not just going to teach you how to grow corn. I'm going to teach you how to understand corn. If you listen carefully and follow what I say, you will be able to grow strong, healthy corn even if this is your very first time. Let's begin with an important truth. Most corn problems do not happen suddenly. They start early, quietly, often before you even see me above the soil. That's why we must begin at the seed stage. When you choose my seeds, you are choosing my future. Healthy seeds are firm, dry, and evenly shaped. Weak seeds look shriveled, cracked, or dusty. A very common beginner mistake is using leftover seeds from years ago. Old seeds lose energy, and even if they sprout, they grow into weak plants. If you want to be sure your seeds are good, test them. Place a few seeds in a damp paper towel. Keep them warm, and wait a few days. Strong seeds sprout quickly and evenly. Weak seeds struggle. Never plant weak seeds and expect strong corn. Now let's talk about temperature. I am a warm season plant. Cold soil slows me down, and wet cold soil can kill me before I even start. Many beginners plant too early because they see sunshine during the day, but soil temperature matters more than air temperature. If the soil feels cool to your hand, wait. Patience at this stage saves weeks of problems later. Next comes soil, and soil is my entire world. I live in it every day of my life. Good soil is loose, dark, and full of life. Bad soil is hard, compacted, and suffocating. If my roots cannot breathe, I cannot grow. If your soil is heavy or sticky, do not panic. You can fix it, mixing compost, old manure, cocoa coir, rice husks, or dry leaves. This adds air and improves drainage. One of the biggest beginner mistakes is planting corn in unprepared soil and hoping fertilizer will fix everything. Fertilizer cannot fix bad soil. Corn roots grow deep and wide. That means shallow containers where thin soil layers will limit me. If you grow me in pots, choose large containers with good drainage holes. Sunlight is another non-negotiable need. I need at least 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight every single day. Not bright shade, not filtered light, direct sun. Without enough sunlight, I grow tall and weak, and I fall over easily. When you plant me, dig holes about 3 to 5 centimeters deep. Too shallow and my seed dries out. Too deep and I struggle to reach the surface. Place 1 seed per hole and cover it gently. Spacing matters more than beginners think. Crowded corn looks fine at first, but later it suffers. Give me about 25 to 30 centimeters of space. This gives my roots room and helps airflow around my leaves. Now listen carefully. This is one of the most important lessons of all. Do not plant me in a single long row. I am pollinated by wind. If pollen cannot reach my silks, my ears will be empty or uneven. Plant me in blocks or clusters. A single change can double your harvest. After planting, water the soil deeply once, then stop. Yes, stop. Many beginners drown me with kindness. Soil should be moist, not wet. If water pools on the surface, it is too much. When I am underground, leave me alone. Do not dig to check me. Do not poke the soil. Every disturbance damages young roots. Trust the process. When I finally emerge, my needs change. I need steady water, not panic watering. Deep watering encourages my roots to grow downward. Shallow watering keeps my roots weak and close to the surface. When I reach about 10 to 15 centimeters tall, thinning becomes necessary. This is emotionally hard for beginners, but biologically necessary. Too many plants together means competition. Competition means smaller ears. Now let's talk about feeding you. I am a heavy feeder. Early in life, I need nitrogen. Nitrogen builds my leaves and stalk. If my leaves are pale or yellow early on, I am hungry. But listen carefully. Too much fertilizer hurts me more than too little. Burned roots cannot absorb water or nutrients. Always feed away from my stem, and always water after feeding. Weeds are silent thieves. They steal nutrients, water, and sunlight. If weeds grow with me while I am young, I may never reach my full size. Remove weeds gently and early. As I grow taller, hill soil around my base. Hilling stabilizes me and helps me grow extra roots. Many beginners skip this step and later lose plants to wind or rain. Now we reach the most critical stage of my life, pollination. When my tassels appear and my silks emerge, every decision you made before now shows its results. Each silk connects to one kernel. No pollen, no kernel. Missing kernels mean poor pollination. Common causes of poor pollination include planting too far apart, drought stress, lack of wind, and poor nutrition. You can help me by gently shaking my stalks in the morning. This simple action improves pollen movement during pollination. Water stress is extremely dangerous. Even one dry period can reduce yield permanently. Keep soil evenly moist. Now let's talk about pests. Caterpillars chew leaves. Aphids suck sap. Borers damage stalks. The biggest mistake beginners make is ignoring early signs. Inspect me every few days. Look under leaves. Check near the ears. If you see pests early, hand removal is often enough. Diseases usually come from moisture problems. Wet leaves overnight invite fungi, brown spots. Yellow patches or rust-colored marks are warning signs. To prevent disease, water the soil. Not my leaves. Water in the morning, not at night. Remove infected leaves immediately. As my ears grow, my nutrition needs shift. I need less nitrogen and more potassium. Potassium helps fill kernels and improves quality. A common beginner mistake is continuing heavy nitrogen feeding late in the season. This produces beautiful leaves but poor ears. As harvest approaches, reduce watering slightly. Too much water dilutes sweetness, but never let me dry out completely. You'll know I'm ready when my silks turn brown, my husks feel firm, and my kernels release milky juice when pressed. Harvest gently, twist downward, don't pull straight out. Harvest in the morning for best flavor. Before we finish, let me repeat the most important beginner mistakes so you remember them forever. Planting in cold, soiled overwatering seeds, poor soil preparation, not enough sunlight, planting in single rows, over-fertilizing, ignoring pests and disease. Now that you understand the full life cycle of corn from seed to harvest, I want to slow things down even more and teach you something very important, how to observe me. Growing corn, it is about learning to read my signet every leaf, every color change. Every growth pattern is my way of speaking to you. Most beginner failures happen not because let's start with my leaves, because my leaves tell my story better than anything else. Healthy corn leaves are D. If my leaf this is 1-0 when you see early yellowing. Do not panic and dump fertilizer on me. Too much instead, feed me gently with if my leaf edges turn brown or dry, especially later in the season. This can mean potassium deficiency or inconsistent watering. If my leaves curl tightly during the heat of the day, but open again in the evening, I am protecting myself. This is normal, but if my leaves stay curled even in the morning, I am thirsty and need deeper watering. Now let's talk about my stem. A strong corn stem is thick, firm, and upright. If my stem is thin and bends easily, this often means I grew too fast because of excess nitrogen or lack of sunlight. Tall. Weak corn is a classic beginner mistake. People see fast growth and think it is good, but strong growth is better than fast growth. If I fall over, do not panic. If I am still green and healthy, you can gently stand me back up and mound soil around my base. Corn is more resilient than many people think. Next, let's talk about my root system. Even though you cannot see it easily, healthy roots are white and firm. Unhealthy roots are brown, slimy, and smell bad. Root problems almost always come from poor drainage or overweight if my growth suddenly stops. My leaves yellow, and the soil smells sour. My roots may be rotting. In this casting now, I want to teach you how to manage water like a professional grower. Water is in my early life. I need consistent moisture to establish roots. In M during pollination year, one of the biggest beginner mistakes is watering on a fixed schedule, instead of observing the soil. At FTH now let's talk deeply about pollination problems. Because this is where many gardeners feel confused. They see big ears, but when they peel them back, they find missing kernels. This is not a disease. This is almost always a pollination issue. Remember this rule. 1 silk equals 1 kernel. If a silk dries before pollen reaches it, that kernel will never form. Stress during pollination is the enemy. Heat stress, drought stress, nutrient stress, and spacing problems all reduce pollination success. If you grow corn in a small garden, you can become the wind. In the morning, gently shake my stalks. You can even collect pollen from my tassels with your hand and lightly brush my silks. This simple action turns poor harvest into full ears. Now let's go deeper into pest management. Because prevention is smarter than fighting an infestation, pests are attracted to weak plants. Strong, well-fed corn resists pests better than stressed corn. If you see caterpillars chewing leaves, remove them early. Do not wait. One caterpillar today becomes many tomorrow. Aphids often appear when nitrogen is too high. Soft, juicy growth attracts them. If aphids appear, first reduce nitrogen feeding, then wash them off with water or use neem oil. Corn borers are more dangerous because they hide inside the stalk. Healthy, thick stalks resist borers better than thin ones. This is another reason not to overfeed nitrogen early. Now let's talk about fungal diseases in more detail. Fungal spores are everywhere. They only become a problem when conditions favor them. Warm temperatures, high humidity, and wet leaves create perfect conditions for fungi. That is why watering method matters. Always water the soil, not my leaves. Always water in the morning so leaves dry quickly. Never water late in the evening. If you see leaf spots, rust, or streaks, remove affected leaves immediately. Do not compost diseased leaves. Remove them from the garden. Good airflow is one of the best disease preventions. Proper spacing, weed control, and not overcrowding protect me naturally. Now let's talk about fertilizer mistakes in more detail. Fertilizer is not food in the way humans think. It is a tool. Too little fertilizer makes me weak. Too much fertilizer makes me sick. In early growth, nitrogen helps me grow leaves. In mid-growth, balanced nutrition keeps me stable. In late growth, potassium helps my ears fill. If you keep feeding nitrogen late, I will grow leaves instead of kernels. This is one of the most frustrating beginner mistakes. Now let's talk about weather stress. I can handle heat, but extreme heat during pollination is dangerous. During heat waves, water me early in the morning to reduce stress. I dislike strong wind, especially when I am tall. Hilling soil and strong root development help me resist wind damage. If a storm knocks me down, do not give up. If I am still green, I can recover. Now let's talk about harvest timing more deeply. Harvesting corn is about timing, not size. Big ears are not always ready. The milk stage is what matters. Clear liquid means to early. Milky liquid means perfect. No liquid means too late for sweet corn. Harvesting too early is the most common beginner harvest mistake. People are excited and pick too soon. After harvest, sweetness declines quickly. If you want the best flavor, cook or refrigerate me immediately. Before we finish this extended lesson, I want to give you a final mindset tip. Corn teaches observation, patience, and adjustment. There is no perfect schedule. There is only careful watching and responding. If you learn to read my leaves, my growth speed, and my behavior, you will succeed not only with corn, but with many other plants too. Thank you for staying with me for this long lesson. I'm Corny the corn plant. And now, you don't just know how to grow corn, you understand corn.